Hello, welcome. Another episode on second calculus differentiation. SSCE 1995 question 5. If x squared plus y squared is equals to 2pxy, where p is a constant, we have to find the y dx. So both the x and the y being expressed in terms of each other. Simply put, we are dealing with what? Implicit differentiation. So let's begin and see how we can go about that. That will be x squared plus y squared equals to 2pxy. So now we are going to differentiate each of the term, not necessarily writing dy dx equals to. So each of the term will be differentiated. So the first term here, if we differentiate by recall, knowing very well that y equals to x exponent n, mean dy dx will be nx. The power is reduced by 1 when the power comes forward to multiply. So this is going to be your 2 coming forward to multiply x. Then we reduce that. That will be dx. So we have that. Then in the case of this, it comes forward to multiply the y. We reduce 1. But because we are doing differentiation of y with respect to x, here we introduce dy dx. By the recall, if y equals to, if I'm doing the differentiation of y, as in this, I want to differentiate y, I'll be left with dy dx. So anytime I differentiate a y term with respect to x, I will have dy dx attached to that differentiation. So this will be equals to, now don't forget 2p are constant. So we are going to hold that constant. So this constant is multiplying. Now you'll be thinking of differentiating a constant to get 0. These constants are not separated. Just like if I have it to be 2x to the power 3, I will not be differentiating the 3, the x, how do you call it? The 2 to get 0 before doing the differentiation of the x to the power 3. So that is why this 2p cannot be differentiated to get 0. Now if you see xy multiplying, right? So this becomes a product rule. And the simplest way to solve a product rule is to hold one of them, differentiate the other, hold that one and differentiate the former. So I'll be holding here first the x. I hold the first one, then I differentiate the y. Y differentiated this. You'll be having 1 coming forward to become 1, subtract to get 0. So we have y exponent 0, which is 1. That 1 will be there before we introduce the dy. So dy dx will be introduced as such. Then plus, let me put it here. Plus, first I hold this, differentiate this. So now I'll be holding y. Then I will differentiate what? X. If we differentiate x, you'll be getting 1, just like we have for the y. So 1 times this will give you the same. I think we have the space. I guess you understand why we do a product rule differentiation. They are 2 terms multiplying. You will differentiate the x, you will also differentiate the y. Alright, so I can see dy dx, dy dx. So I can expand this bracket and group the dy dx together. So maintaining my 2x plus 2y dy dx equals to 2p, 2px. This x is in front. So then dy dx plus 2, what is it? Py. If you expand that, you'll be left with that. So now let's group the like terms. Bringing this to the left, 2x to the right. So I'll be left with 2y dy dx minus this is 2px dy dx equals to, we are left with 2py minus 2x. I guess you're on course, right? And if dy dx, we can factorize them out to have our dy dx into bracket, leaving the constant of 2y minus 2px still equals to, I think I see 2py to x. There is a common factor we can see. That will be the 2. We can factorize it. Let's take care of this. What is next? You see, this is in front, behind. It could also be in front. So this is taken as the coefficient of dy dx. So if I take dy dx as, just say, p, I'll be having 2y minus 2px here. So this is what I'm not interested in. So I'll divide both sides by that coefficient. So dividing both sides by the bracket will leave us with dy dx equals to 2 into bracket py minus x divided by, I guess this will also be 2 out, y minus px. You can see 2 is common to that. So we are dividing with that, whereby the 2's will cancel. So therefore, the dy dx will be equals to py minus x, then y minus px. I guess this is what we are going to arrive at if we take our time to differentiate this from the beginning to the end. And I'm sure you understood, right? If you have any reservation, any question, any other approach, you can share that in the comment section. Let's get interactive and learn and grow together. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.